Fast Fusion does what Mario Kart World don't. Now, if you want to know what I mean by that, make sure to watch the entire video till the end to find out exactly what I mean by that. But first, if this is your first time here, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay a while. If you haven't heard by now, Fast Fusion is this arcade-style racer on the Nintendo Switch 2, which was a launch title that many people praised was a hidden gem on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, hidden gem so far with my first impressions, I would say it's a little over the top. It's a great game. Great game. But, you know, I think you have to be really into arcade-style racers for it to be your hidden gem. To me, this is the quality of, like, a really, really good modern-day Xbox Live Arcade game. I mean, it's a $15 price point, so, you know, that Xbox Live Arcade-style type of game, it really excels at that. Like, if this came out back in the 360 days, this would have been so hype, and honestly, it's coming out now in 2025, and it is hype. Now, maybe you were like me. I passed this initially. I mean, it was $15. It was getting praised by all of these reviewers, but like I already had Mario Kart World, and Mario Kart World's a racing game. I'm like, I don't want so many racing games, you know? Like, I like racing, but at the same time, I like so many games, and racing's not my favorite genre. And, you know, we got Mario Kart World, there's Fast Fusion, we have Kirby Air Riders coming later, and I want to play that game. That game looks awesome. So it's like, do I really need to be dropping $15 on another racer? Well, if you're like me again, Mario Kart World maybe wasn't exactly everything you wanted it to be. It's a great game. I haven't finalized a review for it yet, but I'm thinking it's around like an 8.5-ish thing. But, you know, that whole lack of the 3 laps for the Grand Prix mode, like, that really hurt. I love the 3-lap Grand Prix in Mario Kart 8. I don't play much online. And Fast Fusion, this game is all about the 3-lap races. You know, there's no online component to it. There is multiplayer, but it's like local or game share. It's not online, so it's lacking in that compartment. But, you know, this is a $15 title. And what I mean, for the most part, of what Fast Fusion does that Mario Kart World don't is the lacking parts of Mario Kart World. I feel that the things I wish Mario Kart World had that it doesn't. Again, I think Mario Kart World's a great game. I think it's just missing like 15% of what I really want. Fast Fusion covers that. So not only do you have that 3-lap Grand Prix style racing, but you also have an actual unlock and progression system. I mean, I like Mario Kart World with their progressions, how, like, yeah, you can just like find costumes, like, and it's pretty RNG, and you get coins, and when you have so many coins, you unlock new vehicles, and it's cool, it's serviceable. But this game, again, I mean, it has stuff that Mario Kart has never had, so I can't really fault World for that. But this has some nice progression. I mean, you have to get coins like on the track, like you do in Mario Kart. But, you know, you get money when you win your championships, and there's other modes too, like a superhero mode and a time attack, which is just kind of like hard mode. You can't crash and die. And then like time attack, it's very much like the time trials in Mario Kart. Same idea. But you get money when you beat these things, and like you have to unlock additional vehicles by spending that money. You have to unlock the other cups, basically the other Grand Prix tracks. You know, Mario Kart usually just get them all right away, and you can play whatever you want, and you only unlock like the special cup. This one you have to unlock everything, which is like a bit artificial. It's like, why do you really need to do that? I think that's kind of Nintendo's approach with the Mario Kart. It's just like, let everybody just have access to all the content, go and play online, you know, whatever, just have fun. This, you know, it's pretty arbitrary. It's like, yeah, all you have to do is just I have to play this Grand Prix again. But, you know, it's fun. That gives you a little bit of progression, and like, I don't know, maybe it just triggers the dopamine. I like that. I like the idea of the superhero mode. You know, I'm very new to this, so I haven't beaten any, but like I played through some of it. This is, again, first impressions. But, you know, that gives that extra bit of challenge, like something to do. I know people think in Mario Kart World, the open world is a bit empty, but this, you know, this gives you some real challenges to do. Again, time attack is the same thing, so I'm not going to knock Mario Kart World for that, but this does have the time attack, so love that. And yeah, just it has that progression. It has those 3-lap courses. And if you're like me, I slightly regret it almost that I did get Mario Kart World physical, because I'm trying to support physical games, you know. I like that Switch 2 game cases have actual spine art. And so since I don't have the game digital, I'm playing Yakuza 0 right now. And it's a great game. It's fun. I want to make some videos on that coming up soon. So, you know, if you're interested in Switch 2 titles, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But, you know, because I don't have Mario Kart digital, you know, before I start playing Yakuza, which sometimes has really long cutscenes, especially if you get caught in a side quest, sometimes I want to just like play a little Mario Kart and do some races, but, you know, I have it physical. Well, Fast Fusion is digital only, you know, for that $15 price point. That's just like, if you're like me and you don't have Mario Kart World Digital, that's almost even more reason to get this game. Because, this is a small little $15 arcade style game that you're always going to have on your Switch 2 for the next 8 to 10 years that you can just hop in, do a couple races, get some unlocks, and it's a great time. Also, the game is absolutely beautiful. It's got this really great 4K 60 frames per second mode, which I'm at first like, what you need to know is that it doesn't default to that. So when I first played it, I'm like, wow, this game looks great. And then I went into the options. I'm like, oh, I'm playing 1080p. What the hell? But no, you can change it to 4K. It looks even better. There's like an ultra graphics mode, but it only supports 30 frames per second. And so, like, if you're someone who's way more casual and ignorant to 30 frames per second, like, I'm really jealous of you, honestly. Like, no sarcasm there, because I feel like I used to be like that for a little bit. And then I learned about the frames per second, and I can't play anything other than performance mode anymore. And I like totally missed, like, I can't play a game on 4K graphics because they're all 30 frames per second. So if that doesn't bother you, then they do have that mode, which probably looks awesome, but for me it doesn't. So it all depends on who you are for that standpoint. And if you're watching like the footage in the background, instead of just listening to the video with your headphones, I'm a total noob when it comes to this game. I don't play too many arcade style racers, so I'm not that good right now. So I can't really compare it to too many other ones. But I do have a soft spot for these games. Cruisin' World USA and the N64 was one of the first video games I ever had. So, I like going fast. I like the jumping ability in this game. The jumping's a lot of fun. A lot of the controls are mapped to the four trigger buttons, so the LR and then the ZR and ZL. And sometimes I'm getting it confused. I think there's also, you have to press the X button to switch between orange and blue, and there's some boost pads, and you have to make sure you're set to the right color or else you get slowed down. That's a fun little mechanic too. And yeah, just since I'm just so new to the game, I don't have the muscle memory, just like early on first impressions. I'm getting mixed up a little bit. Part of me wants to map my grip buttons on my Pro controller to, I don't know, maybe the ZL-ZR, which kind of just like shifts you over left and right on the lanes. I think you're able to transfer left and right a lot faster than just using the analog stick. So there's a lot of deep mechanics in this game. And then as you progress later on in the tracks, I've unlocked some tracks. And, the first cup is pretty simple, like 3 lap tracks. There's some obstacles. But when you get to some of the later tracks, it really starts opening up that there's a lot of shortcuts in there, especially with that jump mechanic. So it just seems like a lot of fun, a lot of wacky fun. There's no online, so there's not gonna. I mean, I'm sure there's a crazy meta if you get involved with like the speed running scene, which I'm sure like these kind of games, if that's up your alley, I'm sure there's something like that for this, and there will be moving forward. But yeah, I think this is a great little game. If you're still not sold on it, make sure to add it to your wish list. So if it goes on a deeper sale than $15, like if you do this on 50% off later on in the Switch 2's life cycle, then this is an absolute no-brainer. And regardless, since it's digital only, make sure you get gift cards from Costco. You can get $100 of Nintendo gift cards for $90. So that's 10% off. That's 10 free dollars. So however you want to like flip that in your head, and you can get the game for $13.50 instead of $15, or you get $90 and then like $10 off of Fast Fusion for free, basically. However you want to do the math in your head that makes you feel better. Always, always, always get the Costco gift cards. Like, it's free money you're leaving on the table if you're buying digital. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to support physical a little more these days, but it is nice having some digital games on your system. So when you don't want to switch your cartridge, that's where digital is very convenient, and I do love it. And I'm a mix of physical and digital. I did choose to get Mario Kart World physically. I'm probably going to get Kirby Air Ride physically, those first party Nintendo games, definitely. This Fast Fusion game, it's a great game. I think Hidden Gem's a little over the top. I think it's a great game to have digitally. I'm not going to wait for any kind of limited run physical release, even if there is. But at $15, if you get it and you do fall in love with it and you get really, really, really deep in it, then like, yeah, I mean, if you want to double dip and get a physical release in the future, then cool. I mean, people really like this game. So yeah, if you like racing games, which like, again, I like mostly like Mario Kart. And so this arcadey style racing game, I think it's great. Yeah, Hidden Gem a bit much, but I think it satisfies so many of the things that I wish Mario Kart World had. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily better than Mario Kart World, but Mario Kart World plus this game together, my like racing needs are all fully met on the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, Mario Kart World, the open world and knockout tour, and then this game for like that 3 lap racing, and then I guess both games have time trials, which are a ton of fun. This one, Fast Fusion, has that hard mode where you have to get first place, you can't die, and that's cool. That's another thing that's just kind of like new. That pretty much Mario Kart 8 has been a lot of my racing gaming over the past generation. And so this hard mode style is just that's new, kind of fun to play for me. And yeah, if you're used to like 360 generation arcade games and you like those and kind of miss those and wish those were still around, this is perfect. I mean, it doesn't feel like like an indie game really. Not knocking indie games, but I feel like that kind of replaced arcade games, even though arcade games were also indie games. But if you know what I mean, I get some Hydro Thunder vibes here. But again, that's arcade style racing. So yeah. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. If are you still on the fence about Fast Fusion? Have you picked it up? Do you like it? Do you have any comparisons between this and Mario Kart World? Let me know in the comments, and see you in the next video.